This video comes to you with a bit of a joke and a bit of a giggle, but a very serious side to it as well. So yesterday evening we came across a joke that's circulating on social media that's been attributed to a popular celebrity. Of course, there's no real endorsement by said celebrity. However, it suggests a money-saving tip, suggesting that you can go to a petrol station, pay £1.68 per litre for diesel, fill up the tank for £90, drive off without paying, and get a court fine 6 weeks later for £50, a total saving of £40. Now, of course, this is meant as a joke, but just in case anybody is wondering whether there's any truth to this whatsoever, I just warn you, in case it wasn't obvious enough, that making off without paying for fuel is a criminal offence. Worse still, it is a dishonesty offence, so it will have serious repercussions for any line of work, any occupation, particularly those in any level of authority whatsoever, including teachers. So if you have any record of dishonesty offences on your record, not only are you likely to be sacked from your current job, but you're likely to struggle to get any future jobs as well. So whilst this should be obvious that it's a joke, I don't want anyone in any way being tempted to think that a fine is going to be cheaper than paying for the fuel. So at the risk of pointing out the obvious, this is certainly a joke. You shouldn't be doing it, and making off without fuel, without paying for it, is a criminal offence of dishonesty. Now, as a trivia point, this differs from going into a restaurant, sitting down and consuming food, and then leaving without paying for it. The difficulty a prosecutor would have in that scenario is they would have to prove that you had the intention not to pay for the food before you entered the restaurant. Or so let's say when you were ordering the food, if someone overheard you saying that you weren't going to pay for the food and just get away with it scot-free. In the ordinary course of things, however, if you've eaten the food and you think it's bad, it becomes essentially a civil matter, because your claim to the restaurant is that they haven't prepared the food with reasonable care and skill, and they would be at liberty to sue you for the value of the food. You would be at liberty to defend it on the basis that the food was rubbish. This is a stark difference, of course, with fuel, because you're not going to consume the fuel. It's just fuel, and you are expected to pay for it on the spot. It's an on-the-spot payment requirement, so even leaving the forecourt without making a means of payment available is going to be assumed to be committal of an offence. If, on the other hand, you've genuinely forgotten your wallet, which can happen from time to time, I can put my hand up, it's happened to me once before, you go into the store and you say, "I'm terribly sorry, I haven't realised that I didn't have my wallet with me. It's normally in my coat's not in the car," whatever the excuse or reason is. And in that case, I offered up my phone as security to the shop and just said, "Here's my phone. It's obviously well over the price of the fuel that I've just put in my vehicle. I'll be back in 10 minutes with my wallet to pay for the fuel." And in this case, they are likely to be perfectly fine with it. But of course, every situation turns on its own facts, and you cannot assume that that's going to be fine. That is purely for the situations where you've genuinely forgotten your wallet. So anyway, I hope you found that funny. I hope you enjoyed the giggle. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for watching.